comment saying that, hey, you know, he welcomes any investigation. And
Absolutely.
I would work with you to make sure that everything's done. And now that it's out in the open, and I'm not saying it wasn't before, now that I would call you and I would, you know, I can even bring the prosecutor guy over here with you if you want to.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And when I talked to him, he didn't seem like he had any role in the process.
Well, like I say, I didn't even mention his name. He's a very nice guy. He works very closely with me. And I'm sure he told you how Nick Castendera is. I mean, I'm straightforward. I do that in the county. I do it on the state level. And I want to see any municipality that I represent as your county councilman, that when something is brought to my attention, that I did call the mayor right away. So, okay? Anything else? Anybody has any questions of me? I'd be more than happy to. I know I gotta go, but I'll be more than happy to stay and answer any questions. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else in the audience have anything for us? Mr. Buzalewski.
Bye-bye.
Oh, well.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Joseph Buzalewski, 9224 Cranbrook. First of all, who was this gentleman? I didn't get a name, I didn't hear it.
Nick Constanderas or
Oh.
council person.
Okay. The other is that I've been coming up here to the council meetings, listening to all the things that are going on, because I was past representative Ward B and council at large for almost 8 years, and I believe Mrs. Greenlee can vouch for that, you know what I mean? The other is that in my 50-odd years that I lived here, I would like to commend the administration, members of council, department heads, okay, for the fine job that you're doing, because I have seen changes. Not from like the past, but in a forward way that we're going. And it's only going to get better if we all work together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like what they say in bipartisan, whatever that. Maybe we're not all on the same page. But the thing is, disagreement, try to work it out. All right? The other is that all the department heads that we have in this community, all right? I believe they're all fine. They're all, you know, from my past, you know, I mean, they all work hard, and especially Mr. Walters. He's doing one hell of a job as a director it is, and director of that, and director it is. I see home changes, people that have been cited, rent, whatever. Things are changing, all right? And it's going to get better for this community. We were always considered the low-class people. Believe me. And the thing there is that the goals that are being set forth now are some of the goals that I wanted and some of my past people in government wanted to see change. I love this community, all right? And I hope to see these things change before I'm gone. Okay? I want to thank all of you.
Anyone else in the audience? Mr. Stoll?
Can I stand here?
Let's go take a look.
All right, good. Mike Satola, 135 Chestnut. What I want to say is, in a world today where people are quick to shoot down our safety forces, I'm not here to do that tonight. I'm here to praise them. On the 18th of January, I had the unfortunate luck, I guess if you want to call it that. They have to use the services of our fire department and the police department as far as emergency medical technicians go. I'll tell you, I'm pretty glad, real glad that we have a 24/7 fire department. I was suffering a heart attack, and the rescue squad, along with the police department, were very quick, and was real quick to respond. Thanks to them, my attack was limited to being a minor heart attack. I'm really, really thankful for them. My sincere thanks go out to these men for their quick response and responding to my emergency. The officers, namely Dave Johnson, Nick Latoni, and Tim Hollingsted of the fire department, and Brian Zajac, Pat Pizzulli, and Spencer Sabelli of the police department, are to be commended for their dedication to their jobs and their professionalism in doing their jobs. Not only for me, but for the residents of Northfield Village. I just want to offer my public, sincere thanks to them for keeping me that I'm here tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Anyone else in the audience have anything for us tonight?
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, hearing none. Chief? We have a resolution today.
Village of Northfield Resolution 2015-01, an emergency resolution confirming the Mayor Director of Public Safety's appointment of Michael Malik as a part-time police officer. Is there a motion to suspend the 3 reading rule?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Greenlee, seconded by Mrs. Bowen. All in favor?
Yes.
All opposed? Is there a motion for passage? Motion by Mrs. Greenlee, seconded by Mrs. Bowen. Any questions or comments? All in favor of passage?
Yes.
All opposed? Chief Williams?
It's always good to
You have
see
the
no
floor.
opposed. I want to thank Mayor Nehas, members of council, Mr. Bryan, and that I want to welcome everyone here tonight, especially the friends and family of Michael Malik, who will be getting sworn in tonight. Tonight is my sincere privilege to swear in Michael as he becomes the newest member of the Northfield Village Police Department. In way of background, Michael is a 2008 Nordonia High School graduate. He attended Cuyahoga Community College at Cleveland State University prior to entering into the Tri-C Police Academy in 2012. He graduated from the academy in May 2013. Besides his academic achievements and physical training accomplishments while in the academy, he also recorded an exceptional grade on the Ohio Peace Officer State Examination. This will be Michael's first certification as a police officer, and we are excited that he made application with our department and feel fortunate to add a person of his caliber to our roster. Michael is the definition of the new breed of officers entering into law enforcement. They come to us nowadays in prime physical condition and are more mentally prepared for the demands associated with being a police officer in today's society than when I joined the ranks back in 1979. Back then there were no social media, camera phones, or personal computers. We were still accountable for our actions, but we were never under the microscope like police officers are today. And they have much more to digest, particularly since 9/11. Small village or not, that we are more vigilant to everything and every person we come into contact with than in the past. Today we receive a steady stream of confidential briefings and classified information from local, state, and federal joint task force, the FBI, and other Justice Department agencies such as Homeland Security. Today, thanks to increase in better intelligence, we oftentimes are alerted in advance to potential harmful criminal activity. In 1979, we were lucky if we even knew what the previous shift did before we came on duty. Being a police officer is a selfless act, and tonight Michael joins the ranks of all those men and women who have ever put on the uniform. He joins a proud band of brothers who have chosen to serve others. There is no nobler endeavor. Our expectation is that Michael will learn not just to do things right, but to do the right thing. As a police officer, he will be given opportunities to show that he can patrol effectively or investigate a crime. And while I know that he will use all the tools put at his disposal to do his job, much more is required of him than just that. I advocate that he not only look for ways to make a grade, but look for ways to make a difference. People will look up to him, respond to him, and listen to him when he speaks. He will have influence, so he is expected to learn how to use it. and as time goes by to find ways to be an example within the department and within the community. I urge him to do well by doing good. The ultimate goal for Michael and every other police officer is not to be perceived as a good police officer, but to be recognized as being a good person. He can also set a good example by learning to do what is hard and demonstrate a willingness to involve himself in departmental and community projects, both big and small, tough assignments, assignments not to his liking, and sometimes putting in long hours. But the rewards far outweigh the risk. I can promise him that what he will do as a police officer may not always be easy, but it will always be rewarding. Every police officer has a responsibility not just to carry the title, but to be worthy of it. We have a good deal of authority granted to us in this capacity. The difficult part is learning to use it wisely and well. In the coming years, whether here or somewhere else, you will undoubtedly endure some difficult days. My advice to you is to embrace those moments. Recognize that every single day is a challenge and an opportunity placed in front of you to show others that there are people still intent on doing what is right, not just what is easy. Be proud of your uniform and take pride in being a police officer. Be an example to all and never forget the principles for which you stand. Every single day you will have the ability to protect the weak and defenseless, and you will. Every single day you will have the chance to fight crime and foster hope, and you should. And every single day you will be called upon to be courageous, and you must. I want to thank you and your fellow police officers for your commitment and conviction, for your service and sacrifice. Because of you, the village of Northfield is a better place to live and work than it was yesterday. It is now my honor and privilege to administer the oath of office to the newest member of the Northfield Village Police Department, Officer Michael Malik. Turn this way. I'll let you follow along as I give you a copy. You'll raise your right hand, Michael. Repeat after me. I, Michael Malik,
I, Michael Malik,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution and statutes of the United States of America,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution and statutes of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and ordinances of the Village of Northfield, County of Summit, Ohio,
and the Charter and ordinances of the Village of Northfield, the County of Summit, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties as a part-time police officer for the Village of Northfield
discharge my duties as a part-time police officer for the Village of Northfield
during my continuance in said position,
during my continuance in said position,
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
according to the best of my ability and understanding.
Congratulations. Sergeant Zolgis to do the honors tonight. They've been friends and known each other for a long time.
Well, you know, I was telling his family earlier that I was the one that told him to be a fireman. But of course, we,
He never listens.
I was gonna say,
yeah, it's a tough battle. We'll give him a couple of years and see how it goes. I don't want to speak for myself. I'm going to move on this side of you. One of us. There we go. There we go. We can all get in.
All right.
All right, cheese, gentlemen. All right,
All right, there you go.
Want some pictures up here?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you say, my man?
Oh, you want to get a picture?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, you, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna